Good morning, guys. We are gonna do the maiden flight for the new Hobbyking Paramotor V2. Good morning, everybody. I've been waiting for the perfect conditions. I've been waiting for no wind, and I think this morning will be the morning with no wind. So, hopefully, everything goes well. I'm gonna go ahead and set up the wing now. I did my pre-flight last night. I'll do another quick pre-flight this morning just to make sure everything's in good order. But for the most part, everything should be set up. Right. Here we go. The first launch. Hope this goes well. Check all the lines. Make sure nothing's tangled. Well, that was my first flight. Throttle caught on. We'll go ahead and fix the kite up. That was an amazing first flight. All right. Oh yeah. The maiden went great. That was awesome. All right. Sweet. 14 minutes. Well, I know the video wasn't the greatest. I was really excited to go flying this morning, and I didn't want to miss the opportunity to catch the perfect weather because there's like no wind this morning. And I didn't want my maiden flight to be on like a super windy day. So that was a huge success. But because I was in a rush, I didn't have my chest cam. I really wanted to record on my chest cam so you guys could actually get a better view of the paramotor, because I got the onboard camera and I got the tripod camera, but the tripod wasn't always pointing at the paramotor. And anyway, either way, it went really well in my book. So hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. and I will be coming out with some more content with the paramotor. The wind is starting to pick up a little bit, so we're gonna maybe do one more flight and then call it, but for the most part, we're considering that a success. Let's do another launch. All right, look at that. Sweet landing. I didn't like grease it, but I'm still happy with it. That was sick. Okay, so I haven't crashed it yet. I haven't had any failed launches yet. It does take a lot of time to set up. The brake lines cannot be slack. The instructions say to measure the strings out to 32 inches. The instructions say that you should measure the brake line that's connected to the control arms to 32 inches. But I tried that, and before I maidened it, I watched some other people's failed attempts, and a lot of people were complaining about the fact that they didn't have any control authority on the brake lines. And luckily, one of the YouTubers found this out fairly quickly, and there was no damage caused from his crash, but he found out the hard way that his brake lines were too short and he had no control authority. So he shortened up the brake lines so that he would remove all the slack out of the brake lines, and then he had control authority. So before my maiden, I decided to check to see if there was any slack in my lines, and sure enough, the 32 inches that's specified in the manual, which I followed every step in the manual, was too short, or too long, I should say. So there was enough slack in those brake lines that even with the arm pulling down, it wasn't pulling down the line enough to create enough drag on that side to cause it to turn in that direction. But either way, I made the adjustments on the brake lines so that my very first flight was extremely successful. I had control authority right off the bat, no problems, and it makes sense. You know, now that I think about it, it makes sense. It would make sense that those brake lines need to be taut enough so that when you pull, it has an effect on the wing. If they're too slack, then you can pull on the line all you want, and essentially you'll be pulling the slack out of the line, but not pulling the wingtip down to create drag to cause the paramotor to turn in the direction you want it to go. So either way, we had a really successful flight. I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording on the onboard camera. But yeah, super awesome. Extremely happy. I will make some more detailed videos when I get my chest camera on. I'll get another couple of better angles, because right now I was limited to the tripod angle and then the onboard angle. But either way, I'm rambling. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you see what you like, and if you've seen some of my other videos and you enjoyed it and you're, you know, following me, hit that subscribe button, and I'll check you guys later. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I've had enough successful launches. You know, I'm gonna call it now before I get greedy. Never fly your last pack. The FPV drone pilots know this. So I do have another battery, but I'm not gonna fly that pack, because typically when I get greedy and I wanna fly some more, that's when bad things happen. So 3 successful launches, 2 horrible landings, and then 1 decent landing, and I'm happy. See ya.